Hey beautiful friends, welcome back to Ubatooba, your supplier of good feels. Today I thought that it would be cool if we did a stretch series. If you are a bit of a couch critter like me, or you are still working from home and you need to take a little lunchtime break or a little afternoon break just to stretch out your neck and upper body to bring on the good feels, maybe a little bit more energy, because I don't know if you're anything like me. At like 3 p.m. I start just feeling a little sluggish, So I thought you could just join me on the couch for like the comfiest stretch session there ever was. You can do this one at your desk, or if you're on the couch, it'll only take less than 10 minutes to bring on the good feels. So we're gonna start just by come to the edge of your desk, or edge of your desk chair, or even the edge of your couch. And we'll start by reaching up nice and tall, so just a big stretch up. And just roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears, so you've got a lot of distance between your neck and your shoulders. Starting to feel a little bit of opening happening in the front of the chest here, and then pulling those shoulder blades down your back. Take a nice big inhale, maybe reaching up a little higher. And then on your exhale, taking your right hand to your left knee and just coming into a nice little twist. Now, if you can, and your desk chair isn't swivelly, you can use the back of your backhand just to allow a little bit more pressure, or even using the back of the couch. And just noticing what it's like to rinse out through the spine. Next inhale breath, grow a little taller, and exhale, maybe twist a little more. Coming all the way back up to center, bringing your hands up towards the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out, taking the left hand to right knee. Nice little twist. Oh, I feel like I have a bit more mobility on this side. Or maybe that's just because I have something extra to grab onto. I'm also using my wrist on the outside of my knee. Just a little bit of an extra twist. And if it feels nice for you, you can turn your gaze towards the back as well. Inhale breath, growing nice and tall. Exhale, twisting. So good. Come all the way back to center. Give the shoulders a little wriggle out. Nothing like a little bit of couch or desk dancing. Just stretching your hands all the way up, and then this time almost like you're doing a lat pull down. I want you to imagine that you're pulling something down from the sky. Bend your elbows, shine your heart forward, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. When you do this, you want to imagine that you're pinching like something right between your shoulder blades. At the same time, we don't want to arch too much through our back. We want to keep our rib cage knitted down. So big stretch all the way up. Imaginary that pull down, big pull down, retraction of the shoulder blades, maybe taking your gaze towards the sky. Inhale, reaching up. Big pull down, nice big squeeze, chest is proud. Oh, it feels delicious. Now taking your hands beside your head and just clasping them behind your head really, really gently. So that is just nice and light on the back of my head. I'm going to take a nice big inhale breath. Expand the elbows out nice and wide, just like you did when you were in your lat pull down position. Open up the elbows. Big breath in. And then exhale, really gently just tucking the chin in towards the chest and elbows come in. We'll do 2 more just like that. Inhale, opening all the way up. Big breath in. Maybe your hands unclasp just to open a little bit more through the front body. And then exhale, coming all the way down. 1 more. Inhale, open up. And exhale, coming down. Nice work. Taking your hands, and brushing hair out of your face if you need to. I'm just going to turn towards the side so you can see what I'm doing from a different angle. But clasp your hands down behind the base of your spine and give your shoulders a nice big roll up and back and down. That actually felt really nice. Let's do 2 more of those. up, back and down. Then when you get there, extend the hands away from the base of the spine. Chest is nice and proud. Big stretch through the front body, through the shoulders. Oh, that feels so tight from leaning forward so much. I have such a bad habit of doing that, which is crazy because I do heaps of yoga, but I get really tight in my front body, which is why downward dogs are so nice, or this is so nice in the middle of the day. Taking a nice big breath in, and then on your exhale, take your hands over to one side so that they tuck in nice and tight into your side body there. If they reach around, if they don't, all good. And then you're going to extend your ear down to the same side that you brought your hands to. I'll turn to face the front now so you can see. But I've got my hands to my right side, and then I've just gently dropped my right ear to my right shoulder. Again, I had to think about that, lefts and rights. Taking a nice big breath in, big expanse through the chest, and then exhale. Maybe you've got a little bit more to give. And if it's available to you, you can also just sort of floss through the neck and turn your gaze down towards the floor, and then all the way up. That is such a beautiful stretch right down through the back of my neck. Now you can stay here for as many breaths as you like, or this might be the only stretch that you do. To be honest, it's definitely my favorite. I could be here all day. I didn't really sleep on a very good pillow last night, so I think this is probably why I feel like I need to stretch out my neck. Come all the way back to center. Take your hands back down to the middle of your back. Let's do the other side. So before we get there, let's just extend the arms away from the body. Nice big open chest. Big breath in, big breath out. And then bring your hands around to your left side, tucking them into your left side waist. And then just dropping the ear down to the left side. I had a secret, I've never really known my left and right. It's like I know left and right are different, but for some reason I always get them backwards, even when I used to play netball. I used to play centre and they would call out left and I would run right every single time. So they just swapped it over for me. I don't know why they just didn't replace the centre, but anyway. So taking a nice big breath in, growing tall through the spine. Big calming breath out. If you did so on the other side and it feels really nice, you can start that little flossing action. And you'll know on you where it feels like it's tight. It's going to be different for everybody. I feel it around about here, but yours might be a little bit further up, or you might not even want to rotate the neck. Just going nice and gently. We're just waking up everything in this mid-afternoon slump, or just giving our body a nice little break from the computer. Delicious. We're going to move into the lower body in a second. If you don't have room to do this one under your desk, I totally get it. You can just skip through to the very final exercise. But if you do, we're going to stretch through the glutes. So what we're going to do is sit up nice and tall, anchor down through the sit bones, lifting your left leg. Just take your left ankle onto your right knee and sit up nice and tall. Stack that vertebrae up one by one. Pull the toes towards the knee. And then we're just going to slowly hinge forward at the hips. If you're not sure, you can place your thumbs just in your hip creases here and then tip forward, and you'll feel like a little bit of pressure just going over your thumbs. And we're doing that because we don't want to hunch forward in this position. We want to stay nice and long through the spine, and we're just tipping at the hip. Just tuck your chin in a little bit. What we do have the tendency to do is jut our chin forward. That's a really common position when we've been on devices a lot. So just tuck that chin in just a little bit, roll the shoulders back and down, keeping that spine nice and long, and then slowly take the chest down towards that bent knee. And when you get there, it might feel nice just to, with that long spine, just maybe rotate from one side to the other. And if anything feels particularly sticky, you can stay there and work through it a little bit longer, always using your breath. So if anything feels like muscle tension-ish, just send some breath there, breathe through it. Know that it too shall pass. But again, always listening to your body. You know you better than I do. So if something really doesn't feel right, like it's not feeling like a muscle stretch, please don't do it. Take care of yourselves and your body. Nice little rotations. Coming all the way back to center, gently coming all the way up again. There's that nice long spine. Taking a big breath in, another roll of the shoulders back and down, opening up through that chest. Let's swap over to the other side. So taking that left leg down, pulling that right leg up, crossing that ankle onto the knee, winging that knee down. This side is notoriously way tighter for me, and I have no idea. Well, I shouldn't say I have no idea. I do have an idea why. I'm much more right leg dominant, but it is something that I'm working on. So I have far less range of motion on this side. Let's sit up nice and tall again, pulling those shoulders back and down, and then tipping at the hip, popping your thumbs in your hip creases if you need to. And I'm already feeling this here. It feels totally different to the other side, but that is okay. I'm going to tuck my chin in a little bit, trying to keep that spine long. And then I'm going to close down the eyes here, just because when I rotate towards this side, the stretch is a little bit more intense for me. But again, you will feel entirely different because we're all unique, we're all individuals. And I'm just going to work on sending my breath into that sticky point and resisting the temptation to sort of collapse into it to make it a little bit easier. Just going to breathe through it. It's amazing the power of the breath and how different you feel when you really consciously take deep belly breaths through a tight situation. And that goes for not just stretching as well. Nice work. Just going to do one more side to side. Again, feel free to stay here for a little bit longer and pause the video if that's going to feel good for you. This should really wake you up for the rest of your afternoon. And gently coming all the way back up. Popping that foot back down on the earth. We're just going to tuck our pelvis forward and sit up nice and tall no matter where we are, whether that be a desk or the couch. And we'll just place our palms face up into the receiving position. We're zipping right up through the midline, being really proud through the front of the chest. Open, we're pulling the shoulders down away from the ears and a nice long neck. 3 rounds of calming breath. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Good. Inhale all the way through the belly, the chest, right up to the shoulders. Exhale out through the mouth. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Blinking open the eyes. Even if the breath work was the only part of this series that you did, I'm sure that you're starting to feel a little bit more awake, a little bit more alive, and nice and open through your neck and upper back, ready to take on the rest of your work day. So let me know how you go, my friends. I'm always, always, always thrilled to hear how much you like these stretch series. And if you have any comments or there's anything you want to work on, please do let me know. I will be back on Tuesday with another delicious yoga flow. And in the meantime, please feel free to jump on my Instagram if there's any questions or comments that you have. Big, big love to you all, my friends. Make good choices, and I'll see you soon.